We often hear that masturbation is entirely normal, but where do we draw the line? How many times a day can you engage in it before it becomes an addiction? And what if you can't stop? Let's dive into these questions and explore why you might want to reconsider this habit that seems harmless, but could be holding you back in ways you haven't yet realized. Before we start, I want to apologize for the provocative title, but I needed to capture your attention on this issue that affects so many young people and adults in our modern world, draining us of willpower. In this video, you'll learn what happens to your brain, both scientifically and philosophically, and how Stoicism can help you master this habit. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated. Modern medicine clearly states that masturbation is completely natural, not just for humans, but for other mammals like dogs. However, this wasn't always the view. In the past, masturbation was considered immoral, especially for men, as it was believed to prevent reproduction. For women, it was thought to distance them from men by allowing them to find pleasure independently. To this moral condemnation was added the fear that masturbation could cause physical illnesses, making it even more taboo. But today, let's focus on what we know now, particularly its effect on men dealing with insomnia. It's known that masturbation can help induce sleep. A study by the French Institute of Health and Medical Research found that after orgasm, the male brain shuts off sexual desire, and the cerebral cortex, the area responsible for conscious thought, goes to rest. This helps men fall asleep after sexual activity. But where's the problem? Here lies the hidden trap. If you follow this channel, you've likely heard this before. Masturbation triggers the release of dopamine in your brain. This hormone makes us feel good, reduces stress, and offers a sense of reward. It's so enjoyable that it can become addictive. In fact, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders includes hypersexuality disorder, which classifies excessive masturbation as part of obsessive-compulsive disorders. The consequences of such addiction are not only mental but can also affect family life. Many people lose control, becoming enslaved to their own desires, which may push them toward risky behaviors like frequenting prostitutes or consuming excessive amounts of pornography, all in search of that dopamine rush. Be careful. This addiction stems from the brain's chemical reactions. As your brain becomes accustomed to the dopamine release, it demands more and more to achieve the same level of pleasure, trapping you in a cycle of seeking stimulation. Eventually, your brain tries to protect itself by blocking dopamine receptors, which only frustrates you more because you're no longer getting the same satisfaction. This is what happens when someone can't stop, similar to a smoker or an overeater. Now, what does Stoicism have to do with all of this? The Stoics, Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and others, taught that true mastery over life comes from mastering yourself. They viewed pleasure and lust not just as physical urges, but as tests of self-awareness and control. Instead of being slaves to our desires, we should be their masters. Epicurus, though often misunderstood as advocating for pleasure, actually taught that self-control is what defines a good person. The Stoics, in their wisdom, saw that indulging in fleeting pleasures distances us from inner peace and the natural harmony of the world. Uncontrolled masturbation, like any excessive indulgence, disrupts that balance. For the Stoics, the goal wasn't to repress desire, but to understand it and control it. By practicing moderation and mindfulness, you can regain control over your mind and emotions. Excessive masturbation can create a whirlwind of guilt, shame, and dissatisfaction. However, through Stoic reflection, you can channel your energy toward more meaningful pursuits, reclaiming your inner peace. Let me share a story. I know someone who once struggled with compulsive masturbation, turning to it for short-term relief but feeling emotionally drained afterward. Through Stoic teachings and practicing self-discipline, they transformed their life. They learned to confront their desires with intention, gaining real satisfaction through self-mastery. Today they live in peace, no longer controlled by fleeting desires. True happiness doesn't come from giving in to every urge, but from living in alignment with your core values. When you indulge in compulsive behaviors, you stray from your higher purpose. So what are you doing with your life? Do you think wasting your time on momentary pleasures will make you confident or successful? It's time to choose a better path. Comment below. I am powerful. I control my mind. I choose what improves me. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more.